We've been walking for a while now and we are not yet there. We need to head back to their homestay. What's up, good people? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching this video from. It's a very beautiful morning here in Turkana County, and I'm here at the goat's shed, and as you can see, they're milking and the sun is coming out. So right now I'm trying to find a way out because this is how they close their gate. This is the entrance where the goats come in through and go out through. So to pass here you must remove this. There's some pipes. This prevents the goats from going out, and there's some woods, and for me to pass I have to remove them. Habari? Yeah, so if I'm not passing through I must have to close it to prevent the goats from going outside. So as you can see, I'm taking them back because the kids are milking so far. Here anyone can milk, be it a mother, the children, they've been trained to do that. Yeah, I believe it's like this. Yeah, so right now they are milking, and that is a morning routine, and after this they'll be heading to making breakfast for the family. We came in earlier and the men are not awake yet, but the ladies are, like that one, so they're up to do their morning routine, that is milking, which now the kids are doing, and the mothers now will prepare something for them for breakfast. So guys, keep watching, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below what you think about the video, their culture, like kids having to milk. I know people will be like, that is child abuse, but here in Turkana County it's like normal. The kids can help in what ladies can do, not heavy task but just simple as milking goats. I haven't seen them milking sheep, but just milking goats. They don't have cows as much as we do have in our village in Nyabohanse, but that is it. So far so good, guys. We are continuing to film and show you everything, how the things go on out here, but today on this video we're just going to show you the morning routine they do, and that is started with the milking of the goats. So keep watching, guys. Subscribe, please subscribe for more videos. Watch the videos, share with your family, friends and relatives, and we'd really appreciate your support. And another thing I realized about these Turkana people, when a man marries, you can marry up to 4, 5, 6 women. Let's say more than 2 women, but they don't stay together in one homestead. This homestead right there, that is one of the homesteads. That is a home of the man who has married a woman that is the first woman, or let's say the first wife, is staying over there. And then right there is another home compound, or a homestead, let's say. There is another wife over there. So once they marry and start marrying more and more, they build homesteads for their wives and children in different places. And one of the most interesting things I've found about the Turkana people, they really live in peace. Like, women don't fight over each other, over foods, over anything. They share a meal, they prepare meals and share them together with their family, their husband, the grandmother, the grandfather, if they're there, the kids from all the houses. And they really have a lot of kids. Like, the first wife we found, he had 5 kids. The second one had 5. The third one had 7. So they have a lot of kids, but as long as a husband can provide and give them what they need, that is all. They don't have to live quarreling and all that. They enjoy and they're happy with the little that they have. So that was one of the interesting things that I found out about them, compared to some of the modern ways of living our lives, where women fight. But here it's normal. You just have to accept, once you're married into a homestead, accept your fate and be part of the family and do the traditions, the cultures. See, and their men just do the little job. But I noticed also the ladies, there's a lot of work in here, but that is just life. So this is another homestead with another wife, and this is a shed of goats, and they are milking right now. They should be releasing the goats to the field any moment from now. There she goes. Apa? Oh. Alright. So there's a guard right here, and they want to put milk inside of it. for it to ferment. There's the milk, bread milk today.
Mareng na agile na atiate lewu agne lo chai ngetero raila
idio yonga agile na lepat
So this is grandma. She's the eldest.
Ito ipatanag na ara tapiara ne. Tapiara itu ba?
Right, so this milk right inside that gourd is fermented, and he wants to, I don't know if she wants to mix. Oh, you see that? That is fermented milk.
Batakai. Lola betul. Ano di tinggi yo? Oh bene. Này có con này. Akna jak lo, wari ya jangan akro gala yekite. Rebe karam ta geja. Itu ngaji kok. Padahal jagaan. Itu kan ngaji biaya nak apa aja kan?
Lagi abang bekerja kan?
Ya kalau terah kan. Kalau mati kerja. Na yung ito ba? Otom na diajak.
Ya karena aku yang ini apa lah aja karena nah baru apa aja kalau yang itu dong nanti nggak ketahui ya itu apa kau ini buat toko nggak punya ini sini mana rada ring cakap kira tetangga yang mana apa nih pak nih ibu nah kena kangin roba juga lah iya jadi rubah tahu lah hai udah guys udah berbalik ya berapa video tadi buat emosi potongnya juga nanti.
you can see, we are heading to the river right now with the ladies. This is a lady's task, not men's task. But in some areas, some other people, men do associate in doing such chores, but here men are so much respected that such tasks like washing, fetching water from the river, collecting firewood, maybe cutting down trees, that's for men. But these are the daily chores that we do at home. They are for women. That is how they do it. And like us, even at our home back then, Nyabohanse, you'd see avocado man do, even Hamza and Mabere 254. They do what women can do, what women do. That is doing dishes, fetching water, cleaning the house and all that. But here it's very different. So men are, let's say, they are powerful, because even when we got here, we were told we had to report to the men of the homesteads first, so that we could be able to associate with the ladies. Without that, we could be chased away. So men in Turkana County hold a lot of power compared with other places. So this is the route. As you can see, it's deserted, quite deserted, and the water, they fetch it from afar. And that other end, where you can see the sun rising from, is the Lake Turkana. But it's far from here, though. When you stand here, this place is a bit hilly, so we could see that Lake Turkana, but going there, it's quite far, like roughly 10 kilometers up to that end. So, and one thing I noticed about this place, a lot of trees have thorns. Maybe if you know about it, you can explain it to us in the comment section and let us know. Why is it that in deserted areas, a lot of trees, a lot of bush, instead of having just normal trees, normal bush, they hold a lot of thorns, a lot of thorns, which can prick if you're not careful. Like right now I'm walking, these ones here are thorns, and we are told the ones that they're on ground, these short ones, the bushy like, these are meals for the camels, which we haven't seen around here lately, but this belongs to the camels, so they can't even, there are so many and they grow on their own. No one plants them, they do grow on their own. And trees like this, every tree I come across, those ones, they have thorns. Every tree I come across, they have thorns. So that is another amazing thing about this place. If you know, guys, let us know in the comment section. Yeah. These are gourds, and it's called a gourd. Gourd, G-O-U-D-S, gourds. That is how they are being pronounced, and they use them to ferment milk. So while cleaning them, they're more of calabashes, but calabash has an open space where you can use to drink water or milk or porridge. But these gourds, they store milk in them, and then when cleaning, they don't use water as we used to clean our dishes. They use pieces of firewood that have been burnt. Let's say they are burnt woods. They place them inside the gourds and close them the way she does, so that the smoke can clean and remove any bacteria inside the gourd, to make the milk not go bad but ferment and be sweet. This is one of their traditional way of cleaning the gourds, and then milk is being placed inside there and let it to ferment. We've been walking for a while now and we are not yet there, so meaning they fetch water from a very far place, but they say we are almost there. I can see the signs because the trees right there, they seem a bit green, so that shows there's some water over there. Guys, I thought they have like a real river where they fetch water from, but unfortunately, or to my surprise, it's just, you can see this field. I believe when it rains, the water collects itself on top here, and whenever it collects itself, some water sink to the ground and they stay there. So when they are looking for water to use at home, they would come here and dig some areas to see if there's some water stored inside or under this ground. So you can see it's a very open field, a very beautiful open field. It really looks so beautiful. Look at the way the trees are, and so the water flows. I'll show you the ground so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. That is where they are. I've been showing you how they fetch water, and the water collects itself. So they have a specific point which is right there where they're fetching water from, but it's not, I thought it was a tap or something like a borehole or a river, which is not. So this is how they survive. Surviving in a desert is quite a struggle, because like drinking water, they don't have, firstly they don't have gutters that, let's say when it rains, they can collect rainwater from the gutters or iron sheets. Their houses are made of grass, which they cut and then tie them and then put them on top of the roofs. And to my surprise also, it doesn't rain. Whenever it rains, they don't get rained inside there. Maybe when it's too much, like the rain is too much, it's when the water might start to penetrate from the ground level and get into their houses. But when it comes to rainwater, let's say you assume they might be fetching or collecting rainwater and store them for drinking, because we believe rainwater sometimes it's clean if the sky is not that dirty, like let's say bombs and all that, that water becomes clean. or you might treat it. But for them, they use water, they collect water from that place, and trust me, they drink it. And for this short period that I've been here, I've been seeing them drink, and they never complain about having any stomach issues. For those who might think the water is not clean enough for them to drink, that water for them is clean, and that is what they can have. Maybe I'll consult with them and hear and get to know what if that place the water dries, because it's been a week or some days, and it hasn't rained over here. It's like a desert place, but let's say semi-desert, because we have trees, so it's not deserted that much. It's a semi-desert. We'll talk to them and get to know what happens when it doesn't rain totally for months and that place dries, so that we get to know how do they survive. You know, that is the only water they depend on. So they come there, fetch, and God is good, because I've seen that place, the water comes again after they fetch. Now it dries, and then after a while, few hours, the water again comes up. So that is such a miracle on how they survive here in a desert. And it's one thing to thank God for life, because there back in Kura it rains. Like right now, I've been communicating with Mama, Chef Matiko's mom, and she's like, it's raining, it's been raining, you don't even see the sun here. Right now it's 7 a.m. in the morning, but the sun is out and it's really burning. When it gets roughly at 11 or even 10, the sun is out. You might think we are close to the sun. So those are one of the reasons, or more of the reasons, we should thank God in other parts of the world where we have enough water, clean water to drink, because that water you've seen right there is what they used to drink, cook, and also feed their animals. And sometimes they don't even feed the animals, give them water, because it's not enough. They have their goats and sheep, so it's not enough. Instead, once in a while, or let's say for the men, I had a chat with one of the elders, and he was like, once in a while, that is maybe twice in a week, they take the goats to the lake. I told you it's very far from where they stay. It's a few kilometers to the lake Turkana. They take their livestock there to feed them, to give them water, not every day because it's far. So for that also, we should thank God for life, for water that we get if it's clean, because this is quite a struggle. So guys, I'll keep you updated on everything that we see here, and I've really felt in love with this place. I don't know why. The people are so good, they're so welcoming, the hospitality here is top notch. They love visitors and they treated us well, like one of them. They're such amazing people, and we pray for them so that God may bring rain very soon. So let's get back and see how it is as they continue to fetch water, and then we go back and see what next for the morning. This is one of the places also that I expected water to be, but as you can see, it's a very little place. It's a very dry place, so there's no water here. I believe they fetched and it's now over. These other places, they tried to dig. It's a bit wet, but they couldn't find water inside here. But from what I can see, there might be water inside here, because the soil is quite wet. See that? So this is how they survive in the desert. Can you survive in the desert where you fetch water from such places for drinking? Let me know in the comment section, guys. You see, it's not very clean, because look at this. This is an insect, and it died. It couldn't even survive, it died. So unfortunate. Na ikiisha kabisa ile yenye ni jua kali na hakuna, ama huwa inakuanga tu inaishanga inakauka kabisa. Alafu mnatumia kuna mahali kwingine. Okay. So as you've heard, maybe you didn't understand, she said when it dries here, which it dries like totally drying, no even trace of water or wet soil, there's another place just like this down there. They cross the main road, the tarmac road, and go to the other end to fetch water. So it's quite a challenge to get water here. And I noticed when they were doing the chores earlier, when we got here, they minimize the water very much, that some of them don't bathe on a daily basis. And even meals, preparing meals, doing dishes, they prefer to just wipe the gourd that they use to store milk or ferment milk inside. Instead of using water, they just rub them using maybe a cloth. And also doing other chores like washing clothes, they minimize a lot because the water is only for drinking and cooking, and they don't cook on a daily basis. So it's just a survival. So this is how they survive here in the desert. Guys, if you can survive in the desert like this with less water, no clean water for drinking, let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Right now they're done fetching water and we need to head back to their homestay. And that is the easy way to take water home, because carrying that 20-liter container, it's quite difficult. So they roll them on the ground, or sometimes they tie something that they can pull it. I don't know if they did. Let me show you this. This is how they carry water home. So that is how they carry water home, like pushing like this or tying something. I'm trying to do what they do here. They say when you go to Romans, you do what the Romans do. So I don't know how they manage it, because there are so many thorns on the ground, and this is one of the difficult for us in the village back then. Yabohanse, we prefer carrying this container on our heads. Like we create something that can support, and then we place them on our heads. So this you can't do it with shoes unless you have Shoes, closed shoes. I had mine here, but I had to take them off so that I could help push this, and it is raised. Nzito. Utanivuta miguu. It's heavy, I could do it. So for them, it's quite easy. How we carry water in our village in Nyabohanse, it's this way. We just put it on top of our heads and carry to where we are taking the water. But for them it's different. Some of them does this. Some just roll that container on the ground. Some just pull the container. They use a rope, as I've shown you earlier, to pull it. So it's far, and before the sun becomes hotter, they need to hurry up and head home. So right there I can see one of the ladies. She fetched firewood too while she was on her way here. So she's going to pull water in that container and carrying firewood at the same time. So that is a double job done. See that? I'm so tired. It feels like it's me who's doing all that job. We are home right there, and behind me they are coming with the containers, the water. They're 20 liters each, and I feel tired. The place where they fetch water is quite far from their homesteads. We've walked and walked. Thank God the sun is not burning that much, and at least you can survive, you can breathe. So let's get home and see what's next. This right here is a scorpion, and it's dead. It's very poisonous, especially when it bites someone. And I don't know how they survive because there are so many. We came across so many of them. And one of our people here, our Turkana lady, was bitten by it. This one right here is dead. And there are so many here, so it's very dangerous.